Well, we're back again with yet another no-fluff analysis, and this time we're going to be talking about the Monster Hunter Primal Crisis Part 1 showcase that started yesterday, actually, on the 29th of January, and it will be running until the 17th of February, which coincidentally is... well, it's not really a coincidence, is it? It's after Valentine's, so I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen around the Valentine's banner. Anyway, this released on a Wednesday, and frankly, I don't think I want to try and fit in video editing on a Wednesday with the way that my Wednesdays turn out, but hey, that's enough talk. Let's get straight to the units. First up, we have the 5-star Fire Sword, or Great Sword, Rathalos Berserker. His first skill is Moonbreaker, which deals damage to enemies ahead and reduces their defense by 5%. His second skill is Lion's Maw, meaning, well, giving him a buff that buffs Berserker's next 4 strike with an additional 80% damage. Being a sword unit, Berserker has the plus Dragon Haste co-ability, and let's get to his abilities. His first ability is Great Sword Expertise. So Berserker gains a unique 4 strike and gains plus 20% 4 strike damage. Berserker's 4 strike has 3 levels, with increasing damage and also deals additional damage to enemies in break state. Berserker also gains knockback immunity while charging his 4 strike. He also has Sleep Resist, and his third ability is Reduced Defense Devastator, giving him plus 20% increased critical rate against enemies with reduced defense. Hot damn. Berserker's playstyle revolving around his 4 strike makes him really quite hard to evaluate, but since there's no duration specified on the defense debuff from his first skill, maybe we could assume it's permanent, for the rest of the quest. Either way, the Reduced Defense Devastator gives him synergy with Apollo and Cerberus' dragon skills, as well as a plethora of fire adventurers that have a defense down effect on their skills. The second adventurer on this showcase is the 5-star Light Lance, Hunter Vanessa. Her first skill is Corkscrew Jab, which deals damage to enemies ahead, inflicting paralysis. Hunter Vanessa's second skill is Enraged Guard, which activates the Enraged Guard effect for 3 seconds. Vanessa gains knockback immunity for those 3 seconds and takes 70% reduced damage from the first hit taken in the 3-second window. Taking damage during Enraged Guard will increase her strength by 30% for 90 seconds, and also remove the effect. Enraged Guard will not have invulnerability frames, so you can use it just as you take a hit, or just a split second before, essentially. Being a Lance unit, Vanessa has the standard plus hit points co-ability. Her first ability is Lance Expertise, so Vanessa also gains a unique 4 strike and gains plus 30% 4 strike damage. Vanessa's 4 strike has 2 charge levels. Damage taken will be reduced after the first level of charge, and certain attacks from enemies will trigger a counter attack. Vanessa's 4 strike at full charge will reduce enemy defense by 5% for 15 seconds. Hunter Vanessa also has Curse Resist, and her third ability is also Reduced Defense Devastator. So Hunter Vanessa falls much in the same boat as Berserker. A vastly different playstyle introduced with a new 4 strike mechanic makes Hunter Vanessa incredibly difficult to evaluate. I'm already seeing some weird cheese possible with Chocolatiers, prepping her Enraged Guard at the start of a high dragon trial to vastly reduce damage from the opening blast. Depending on the charge time of her first level of 4 strike, it might be entirely impossible to stack her defense increase from Enraged Guard with the defense buff from charging the 4 strike. But who knows, maybe it is possible. But if it isn't, it would indicate that Cygames is putting just a bit more thought into preventing broken adventure mechanics from skewing the game balance a la Gala Clear. Furthermore, the 90-second duration on successfully triggering Enraged Guard is a hefty bonus, and over longer fights, Vanessa could become a monster. With the increased time limits on high dragon trials, Vanessa could very well become a favourable pick to enable safe clears of high Zodiac. Added with this showcase, we have the 5-star Shadow Dragon, Fatalis. Fatalis' skill is Dust Explosion, dealing damage to enemies in a line, fairly standard. Fatalis' first ability is Strength, and ending Shapeshift equals Curse. So all units, regardless of element, gain plus 50% strength from Fatalis. When the user's shapeshift is undone, they will be inflicted with Curse for the rest of the quest. Shadow units, this being Fatalis' second ability, will gain an additional 30% strength as a bonus. So Fatalis seems like he'd be a very good pick for adventurers benefiting from pure strength such as Durant and Delphi. So long as a fight doesn't necessitate tanking damage with Dragon Form, or if you have an adventurer that can heal Curse, Fatalis could be a very suitable substitute for Mauritian, though it doesn't really help that this means that both Strength Dragons for Shadow will be limited, barring Chthonius, who has his own strange quirks. Added with the event, we have the Welfare 5-star Fire Dragon Rathalos. Rathalos' skill is Firestorm, dealing 2 hits of damage to a target and nearby enemies, 3 times in total, which also inflicts burn. His aura is plus 30% hit points and plus 30% strength to flame units. So he has the same stats as Pele, but a better aura. This is a good budget dragon for those looking to cheaply break into high midgard Sorma, and well, considering that the Loyalties Requiem event still hasn't been rerun from over a year ago, well, I guess for a lot of people it'll be the only budget dragon for those looking to break into HMS. Anyway, while not strictly part of the showcase, we have the Wyrmprints added alongside it. The first 5-star print is Feline Hospitality, granting plus 10% critical rate at 70% hit points or above, and plus 15% critical damage double buff. While this could be a fun print to use, I feel like you're better off learning Wyrmprints that just boost your overall strength. The second print added in this showcase is the 5-star print, A Suit of Midnight, granting Shadow units Affliction Guard, and then plus 10% Shapeshift Prep. So this is definitely a Wyrmprint aimed for Ordret in High Jupiter. It's pretty specific. I could see it being used for bringing off resistance characters into High Jupiter, but I feel like High Jupiter is still pretty overfit for Glio, unless you start running 70 mana node characters. Added with the event is the Welfare print 4 stars Soaring Terror, granting plus 10% defense when your hit points are 70% or above, and plus 10% dragon damage. Very much a strange combination. While not featured, or well, they are featured, we have some old content that's also rate up. We have Heinwald, Cupid as 5-star rate ups, and then Yuya, Verika, and Ifrit as 4-star rate ups. Keep in mind that despite them being rate up, it does not decrease the chance of you getting the other on-focus characters. Those have always been like 0.5% for the adventurer, 0.8% for the dragon, so, you know, that's how it adds up. Anyway, overall on the showcase, personally I'm going to milk the free tenfolds. I believe after this video comes out there's still going to be, another 8 days of free tenfolds? Couple out of the daily deals, and, well, given how many resources I poured into the New Year's banner, I don't think it's a good idea for me to actually try and do a full video, especially this early on into the showcase. Personally, I'm going to wait until the second part of the showcase is announced, revealed, that kind of thing, and then if I haven't pulled the units I want from the free tenfolds, then I'll probably go for it then. But 2-part showcase and then followed up with Valentine's. I feel like this time of year is definitely the most dangerous time for our wallets. Well, anyway, limited units, and I've seen some pretty amazing looking videos of Rathalos hitting like Rathalos Berserker hitting like 110k damage in a Volk, is it? Yeah, on his charged 4 strike, so that seems like be a lot of fun to play, and if you're a Monster Hunter fan then I guess this showcase is, well, it's a call to you, huh? As for me, well, I started playing Monster Hunter World like a couple of weeks ago. I'm seeing, all the inspiration, and I think the characters are from an older game? Either way, I never really played much Monster Hunter when I was younger. I never really could get into it because it was rather tricksy for a young preteen, but nowadays, I guess it's kind of fun. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching, take it easy, and I wish you luck in your upcoming polls.